Okay. Shubha-shubha-phalairevam mokshase karma-bandhanaihi sannyasa-yoga-yuktatma vimukto mam upashyasi. Shubha-ashubha-phalaihi evam mokshase karma-bandhanaihi sannyasa-yoga-yuktatma vimukto mam upashyasi. Okay. So here he's saying Shubha Ashubha Phalaihi Evam Mokshase Karma Bandhanaihi. So again, you have to remember this is in continuation of what he is saying earlier. 27, he finished off saying that whatever you do, Yat Karoshi, Yadashnasi, whatever you do, you offer it to me. Mat Arpanam. When you do Madarpanam, then what happens? Yat tapasyasi kaunteya tad kurushva madarpanam. When you do madarpanam, which means when you offer everything unto me, mam upaishyasi, you come into me, you reach me. That is what Bhagavan is saying. Which means any action that you do, shubha ashubha phalaihi evam mokshase karma bandhanaihi, you will be freed from karma bandha. Sannyasa yoga yuktatma. So you will take on to sannyasa yoga yuktatma. You will become, you attach or associate your mind to me, or associate yourself to sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimuktaha. You become vimuktaha, you become free completely, and then you attain to me. Okay, the first moksha and vimukta both mean the same. Okay, moksha here is you are released from karma bandha. You are released from karma bandha. You get moksha from karma bandha, which means actions or the results of actions no longer will affect you. Then sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam upaishyasi. Here the vimukta is the one who is forever united in sannyasa yoga. He attains to me. Okay, this is 28. What does 29 say? Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyah ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. This here he says, I am equally disposed to everybody. Samoham sarva bhuteshu, all the bhutas I am equal. I do not do any distinction between anybody. Name dveshyosti na priyaha. There is nobody who I hate, there is nobody that I love. Ye bhajanti tu mam, but those who pray unto me, through their bhakti, maite teshu chapyaham. So they come and reside in me. I do not have any distinctions with anybody. I do not hate anyone or love anyone specifically. But those who pray unto me, they reside in me forever. Okay. So these are the two verses we'll look at it today. So what he is saying is, he's been saying, you pray to me, you will get everything. You pray to me, you will get moksha. You think about me, ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nitya abhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyam. I'll give yoga, I will give kshema. So sannyasa yoga yuktatma, same thing. Vimukto sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam upaishyasi. He comes to me. So he's giving yoga and kshema, both, which means he's saying that the one who thinks about me, contemplates upon me, and takes up to sannyasa yoga. Sannyasa yoga means what? Sannyasa yoga means the yoga of renunciation. And we've spoken about renunciation at length. We know renunciation is not dropping everything and going away, but essentially dropping your vitteshana, putreshana, lokeshana, all the eshanas. Eshanas are what? Desires. Putreshana, I want a child, I want the child to have a child, I want the child's child to have a child. I want everybody, I want a big empire, I want to set up. Putreshana. I want somebody to carry my name. I want someone to think about me. I have brought them up for so many years. They don't think about me. They don't care about me. So this is Putreshana. Strong association, attachment to want to be recognized by your offsprings. Because you've invested a lot. See, whenever you invest, there is a return on investment that we seek. Natural economics. Right? I invest, I want returns. This is the way we transact in the world. My guru, I remembered Guru telling that his guru, Swami Shivananda, has said that, has promised that you invest in me, invest in my teachings. I will ensure that the return on these investments are very high for you. He's told his Shishya or student, disciples or devotees, he's told that I will ensure the return on the investment of time, energy, all that you're making for me. I will give it to you many, many fold. And my guru says, I have experienced that. My guru says that I have experienced that. Having put my life's energies into his service, studying with him, learning with him, being with him, serving him, contemplating on the teachings that he has given, following his instructions, all of that, putting my life's energies and time into that has given me immense returns. Yoga, Kshema, both. It has given me the knowledge and understanding of yoga. It has also given me material benefits, Kshema. It's also given me Bhoga and Moksha. So, Putreshana is something that we think that if I've invested here, this is another term that I had learned many years ago and I loved it, which is we think about paying back. Somebody has done well to me, I have to do well to them. Somebody has done good to me, I have to do good to them. Somebody has done has given whatever, has given me money, given us energy, benefits, whatever, I have to give it to him back. Not necessarily. There is also an idea of giving forward. So wherever giving back is possible, we give back. And we can also give back in gratitude. I'm really grateful that you gave me. But I can never give back to you enough that will satisfy you. So I'm not going to worry or bother myself in giving back. But I will focus on giving forward, which means whenever somebody comes to me for help, I will assist them. When somebody is wanting something from me, I will give them something. My time, my energy, my money, my knowledge, whatever. So this is an idea of giving forward. And if you develop this idea of giving forward, then you will see that, in fact, this is again, Guru told, that his Guru had told him, he had asked him, what is my Guru Dakshina? My Guru had asked his Guru, what is my Guru Dakshina to you? What should I give you as Guru Dakshina? He said, I don't want any Guru Dakshina from you now. You go and live in the world. He asks him to go. I mean, after when obviously they'll go away from the ashram and they'll do their own thing. See, when somebody looks at you, the way you are, the way you behave, the way you are with them, the way you show them love, the way you show them care, the way you teach them, guide them, embrace them, include them, the way they see the way you are, and then they ask, who is your Guru? That is the day you've paid my Guru Dakshina, he'll say. So, the Guru Dakshina, he says, is you would have paid if you have lived what I have taught. Then you have paid my Guru Dakshina. You don't have to bother about giving me anything. So in that way, our transaction with the world, that giving forward is something that we can develop. We give. So Putreshana is an eshana or a desire. I want it back from the same person that I've given to. That's putreshana. Then lokeshana. Lokeshana is I want name, recognition. I want people to tell that he knows something, he has done something, he is, whatever our capabilities of what we are determined by the world. It's very difficult for us if we don't have at least even two people telling, wow, super. Lokeshana. The desire is there constantly. The third is vitteshana. Property. Vitteshana, vitta means wealth, but essentially means property, possessions. I have been wearing this watch for 40 years. I cannot give it away. If I give it away, I will only give it to my son so that he can carry it forward. Alla vitteshana. That moha to the property. Moha to the object, and I associate myself so much with the object that it becomes an amsha of me. Almost becomes an amsha. It is. It carries your energy. All of that is there. The father gives it as a blessing to the son. All of that it's beautiful. But I'm saying here what we feel is important. Here I shouldn't feel ayo. Right? That shouldn't be there. So this is sannyasa yoga. Sannyasa yoga yuktatma mam upaishyasi. Vimukto mam upaishyasi. He becomes free and he comes to me. Now he is saying this. Then immediately the next sloka, he is clarifying his position. Okay? He's clarifying his position and saying that samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha. He's clarifying his position, saying that when I keep saying that people who think about me, such people come to me, it doesn't mean that I am making them come to me because I love them. Krishna Krishna, if somebody is singing on the road, na I love them na kadayadu. And if somebody doesn't think about me, I hate them. There is nothing of that kind. Name dveshyosti na priyaha. There is no dvesha for me, or there is no priyaha for me. There is nobody who is priya to me. Why? Because for me, if you think about how Paramatma is, he doesn't care about the world really. It is a bubble. If you read the Srimad Bhagavatam, you will see there are so many lokas and so many over yugas and yugas, so much have been created and pralaya has happened. For him, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter for him. It is a bubble. It is a bubble burst. And in that bubble, inside that, there is this person. He doesn't have so much time. He doesn't have so much time. He doesn't have so much. There's no intention really. There is no intention to have. I am going to, like my guru again. My guru would say that you think you're a big Ravana, is it? That Bhagavan will get angry with you. So he'll say, even in that which you're doing wrong, you've done something wrong and you think that, Ayo, Bhagavan is punishing me because I've done something wrong. There is so much ego in you because you are thinking like you are like Ravana to have done such a big mistake so that Bhagavan becomes angry. Bhagavan doesn't have time for these things. You are some loafer pickpocketer, he'll say. That's what you are. Right? Don't think in that also, don't glorify your ego so much that I'm so big that Bhagavan has to come down and take avatara to teach me or whatever. Nothing. He'll say, even in doing wrong, you don't do it properly. Even in doing something, you don't have the capacity to do that also well. Right? So all we are trying to do everywhere is boost our ego somewhere or the other, right? Somewhere or the other, we want to, whether I'm doing good, bad, right, wrong, whatever, we want to justify and boost our ego. So he says, don't think. So Bhagavan is not looking at this one person, name dveshyosti nam priyaha. There is nobody, there is no individual calling out. And he says everybody is equal to me because I really, in fact, this is the way we should see, okay? This is a way we should see that Bhagavan doesn't really care. But Bhagavan is a great mirror. You give him love, it will reflect love. You give him surrender, it will reflect grace. You offer him something with a full heart of devotion, he will give you understanding and knowledge. You give him your time and you surrender your thoughts, your mind, your indriyas, he will give you jnana. Just a mirror. It's not that he will give you. It's just a mirror. Mirror does not choose what to give. It will just give whatever has been given to it. And there is a clear, that's nature's law. Even grace operates under a law. My guru's guru would say that grace is directly proportional to the amount of effort that you put. You can't do little bit of effort and then expect a lot of grace. So he is like that big mirror. If you at all we want to think about him, but we want to create a personal God, which is beautiful. But don't think he's sitting there waiting to poke you, punish you. இன்னைக்கு நான் நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு வந்த ஸ்கூல்ல I did very good, teacher gave a clap, then you come home, the God will அச்சோ அப்படின்னு முத்தா கொடுக்குறது. All that will not happen. Those are beautiful emotions that you get from people around you. See God in that. But God is not sitting there to do this or that. He will do that through the people around you. Right? But what is he there as? He is there as a huge reflective mirror. He's a huge reflective mirror, which is how we need to perceive. Now, what he is also saying is, now I am like this. But then he goes on to say, Ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya, through bhakti who pray to me, Mayi te teshu chapyaham. They reside in me. Mayi te teshu cha api aham. In me they reside and I reside in them. Teshu aham. Mayi te teshu aham. In me they and I in them. Now what does it mean? I don't love anybody, I don't hate anybody. You're telling I am indiscriminate. I don't give any special attention to anybody. But ones who pray to me, love me, have devotion in me, they are in me and I am in them. Now this is also confusing, right? So he is claiming a neutral position, but yet he is saying I'll be biased. Now what it means here is that this bias doesn't come from Bhagavan. This bias happens because the way we are, like the way I described, grace is directly proportional to the effort. Rain falls on a rock, rain falls on a fertile field. Rock, nothing happens, it just falls, water just comes out. On a fertile field, it absorbs the water and gives back crops. Now, what did rain do differently? Nothing. Rain didn't do anything differently. The patram, the recipient, was different. The one who received it had the ability, had the preparedness, adhikaratvam. The first thing in Atma Tattva Bodha, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya talks about is adhikaratvam. Are you an adhikari? That adhikaritvam is something that we have to develop. And that when we develop, when this grace falls, then there is blossoming that happens. So Bhagavan says that they are in me. For people who think about me and do bhajanti emam, they keep thinking about me and pray in devotion, bhaktya. they keep doing this. Such people have made their field fertile to receive my grace. And with that is what it means. I reside in them means, like a rock, when water falls on the rock, does it reside on the rock? No, it just drops off, it comes off the rock. But in a field, when there is fertile field, water comes, it resides in the field. Correct? So when Bhagavan comes, in whatever form, the form of energy, grace, whatever Bhagavan is there flowing, his energy is flowing, there is Ashwar Mama, no problem. When that happens, when that is flowing, the field absorbs and Bhagavan resides in that field. That is what it means. Like how the rain resides in that fertile field and drops off from the rock. In the same way, a bhakta receives this grace and I reside in him in the same way. And if somebody who is not engaged, doesn't reside, means the grace that flows is not absorbed by that individual. It's not absorbed. So he says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu na me dveshyosti na priyah ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapi aham cha api aham. So I reside in them, they reside in me. Okay. So again, everything we have to understand comes down to what we do, how we are. Okay. There's listening to someone's discourse. He said, we are not in a position to blame, scold, or tell Ambal or Bhagavan or Krishna or whoever that they are wrong, or why are they doing this to us? Because there again there is a certain kind of an ego to say that I know that it can be run better. I know that this can be done better, but why are you doing it like this? Right? The only place that we can alter is within us. That's the only place. How many ever janmas we go through, this is the only knowledge we have to come to finally, which is we'll have this in Purusha Suktam. Nanyaf pantha ayanaya vidyate. To know this, there is no other path, which is what change has to be in me only. How much ever we think differently, change always has to be in me. Whatever is the situation, whatever is the conditioning, whatever are the constraints, right? That is, when that happens, and that change happens in me, then there is freedom, then there is joy. Because think about it, 10,000 years ago, people were the same. 5,000 years ago, people are the same. 1,000 years ago, people are the same. Even now, people are the same. People around us, situations around us. It is not that because we are reading some beautiful fairy tales of the past, people are all very beautiful, nice, flowery, rosy. No. You had people always around who troubled other people because they themselves were troubled. And this has always been there. Human tendencies and nature, if you look at it, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, the same nature and tendencies we carry today. There are people who are getting angry, upset, depressed, dejected, sad, agitated, jealous, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. All of this was there even 5,000 years ago. It's there even now. You go another 5,000 years, 10,000 years, it will still be the same. Which is why it's very, 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 very important to register that if you want freedom from all of this, it is only we who have to process this. We have to change. We have to bring this transformation from within. It is not going to happen from the outside. Outside, you can keep praying for the environment to be conducive. That you can pray. But the start, the process, the intention, and the sankalpa and the resolution has to be from within. We are the ones who have to keep doing it and working with it. Right? Then we have a sense of what is really freedom. Right? So today is Independence Day in India. So that true real freedom is that from all that constraints that we carry inside, and that feeling of being constrained is the lack of freedom. Independence is you live in tune, you are in Shruti, you are in tune with nature, you are in tune with dharma. Whatever it is, you when you have a sense and an understanding that you're living in tune with everything around, not imposing my ideas, my prejudices, my way of life. This is the right thing. In my experience, I have learned this. This is the not keeping on imposing all that. Then I am free. Right? The nature will love to make things for you happen. That is independence. Okay. Chair. So we'll pause here today. Om कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सदाशिवायेति समर्पयामि जगदम्बिकायै समर्पयामि सद्गुरुनाथायेति समर्पयामि हरि ओम तत्सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।